Monday morning, just after Father's Day here. So I'm going to change the way I've done the videos in the past. I think I'm going to try to do one video with everything I did for the week. So to start off here this morning, I do have a couple things that I need to get started on here today. So I've got to put all the hoses on the anhydrous knife and change out the individual knives. I've got the regulator on and the knives are laying on top. These knives have been on there a few years, having trouble with them sealing. So I need to do that. And the tractor over here is what pulls this knife. And we had a software update done on it in the middle of planting, and it needed to have the hitch recalibrated. So I called my guy, had him out to do that, and he found a linkage that was broken for a sensor that goes to the hitch. So I have the linkage for that this afternoon. I have to take the truck in, get some work done on it this week. Today's the day we're going to start our nitrogen application for the year. On our farm we use anhydrous ammonia. We've just always used that, and it's the equipment we have is set up for that, so it's pretty easy. I'm thinking of, rather than putting a bunch of money into our equipment, our toolbar, and updating the coverage system, because it doesn't cover very well. I'll try to show you in another video. I may just switch over and get a 28 applicator and try to use that. There's not a whole lot to show on this. It's just a lot of back and forth, and there's possibly some rain this afternoon. It's been real hot here. We finally got dried down, so it's been hot. Now we're going to get the storms and stuff that come with the 90-degree temperatures. So try to keep you guys updated on how things are going. Here we are on our last day, hopefully. Actually, the last, I've got about 10 acres left, probably. Maybe a little more. I don't know how much overlap I had out here, so maybe 11 or 12 acres left, and we will be done with anhydrous for the year. So that means we'll be done with everything I do in the field. We'll be done until harvest. I will let you guys know when I'm done. Well, here we are, a couple hundred feet from the last of it. I'll be all done with anhydrous. So, I guess that's the end of a 2025 fertilizing, and that's it. Alright, now I gotta go turn my valve off on the tank so I can bleed the pressure out of the system, and I'll take it up to the barn lot and get it unhooked. I was on my last 2 rounds and noticed that this wheel bearing is pretty much what we would consider shot. Then I have to take all the hoses off and get it ready for storage again. So that's where we're at for the day, or for the morning anyway. We'll see how it goes.